Hey everybody, it's Mickey, and in today's fall daily video, I have finally decided on what new fall decor I wanted to add to my collection this year. I'm sharing everything that I got new and some inspiration pieces. I am also in that fall soup mode, and I have an awesome chowder recipe for you. So if you are new here, I hope you'll take a minute to subscribe. I put out new videos every week about all things home. So a couple of weeks ago, I had shared a fall shop with me video with us visiting some of the home decor stores in my area to see what they had for fall. I bought a few things then, but I was really trying to take note as to what each store had and what I would want to add to my own collection. I have a pretty large fall decor collection, and the pieces that I'm going to add to it are either going to be like a replacement for something or something to coordinate with I already have. I start preparing for the season ahead by looking at what I have and a few inspiration pieces that really represent what I want my fall decor to be. There are a few pieces that I always look to for inspiration before the beginning of the season. I really love these wreaths that I got a couple years ago at Big Lots. I love the color combo in these wreaths. I've added a few of my own pumpkins and some more leaves to it, but this is basically the color scheme that I use throughout my home during fall. I also really love this autumn copper sign from Hobby Lobby. It just has that color that is really reflective so much of the fall and the warmth of the season. I really love to put together baskets of pillows and blankets with some florals. It represents to me that cozy feeling that the fall and winter months really do bring to your home. I just love the colors of this blanket and the pillow. I found a couple seasons back at Target. I think that they are so soft and cozy and just that right warm color of the season. So today when I headed out to the stores, I wanted to find hopefully a nice cozy blanket for the den, some really fun Halloween additions, and I'm looking for some type of container that I can use to add seasonal decor to the guest rooms. Since I'm heading out the door and I'm wearing something other than comfy clothes, I thought I would share my outfit of the day. I have on my favorite Talbot white jeans. I have a little flowered shirt on from Ann Taylor, and my jacket here I found on QVC. So the stores that I went to today were the At Home Store, Dollar Tree, Michael's, and Home Goods. I was able to pretty much get everything that was on my list. I had some very specific things that I wanted to pick up for Halloween this year. A lot of my Halloween decor is really old and needed to be replaced, and I was able to do that today. So let me show you what I picked up. On my list was a Halloween garland, and I thought that Michael's had the best, most traditional Halloween garlands that I had seen out in the stores. For the last couple years, I have decorated my whole dining room for Halloween, and in the middle of the table, I always have my Rae Dunn black cauldron with a witch's hat on top. I wanted a bright garland that I can wrap around the base of the riser that it sits on to give it a little bit more contrast, because it can be a little hard to see this black cauldron in the middle of the table. I found the perfect garland. I bought 2 of them. This is one of those rag garlands that have all the different Halloween fabrics on them. So there was a lot of black and orange and white, and I thought it would be really perfect just to wrap it around to help it stand out a little bit better on the table. You guys know that ribbon is like my favorite thing to decorate with, and Michael's was the only place that I found that had traditional Halloween ribbon, so I bought 2 spools to begin with, and the one is like a perfect black and orange and white plaid, and the other one is so cute. It has pumpkins, little black cats, tombstones with skeleton faces. I just thought it was really cute. I like to double up my ribbon to make big fluffy bows, and I think that this will work out just perfectly, and it will go really well with the other ribbon and bows that I already have in my collection. Halloween hand towels were one of the things that I really needed to replace. The ones that I have now I've been using for years, and they're pretty beat up. I thought that these were so cute. I found them at Home Goods, and they're kind of like a 3D ghost pumpkin bat kind of tic-tac-toe. I bought 2 sets of them because I often like to use light hand towels like this for napkins. The larger size I think is perfect, especially for little kids, because they're always spilling and wiping their hands. So I think these are going to come in really handy. They have a pretty black and white kind of checked towel and a solid orange one, along of course with the black tic-tac-toe pattern. One of the best things about using traditional Halloween colors to decorate with, the orange and black, is that it's so easy to match everything up to give everything a nice cohesive look. I was also able to pick up 2 sets of these felt ball garlands at Home Goods. I had seen them the last time I was in, and I just fell in love with them. I love that they had a little bit of beading on them. I thought that was really different. I decorate with felt ball garlands all the time. I have a couple that are up in the house pretty much all year long. I think that they are just very subtle, and they usually have like a good saturation of color, and you can use them just about anywhere. I like to hang these things from like the tops of my cabinets, along the fireplace, maybe going down the stairs. They are really easy to decorate with, and they just add that little bit of detail that I always like in decorating. I also found these felt little ghosts at Home Goods. I just love them. I thought they were just adorable. These are like the perfect little things to add to a tiered tray or a side table. You can even tuck 1 or 2 of them in like a Halloween wreath. Last year I had bought a couple sets of felt candy corns. I think they were also from the same company, Candy Corn Lane, and I used them everywhere. They just bring a lot of color and interest, to wherever you put them. And come on, they are just so adorable. I love anything that looks happy, and these guys look like some very friendly ghosts. I have a lot of fall and Halloween Rae Dunn pieces. I bring them out every year. I still love decorating, and I still love collecting them. At Home Goods, I was able to find these pumpkin salt and pepper shakers that I think are just so cute. I love the color of these shakers. They will go perfectly on my kitchen table. I have like little pumpkin plates that are almost exactly the same color, so I think they will match up really well. Honestly, the last thing I need is another Rae Dunn mug, but I really kind of fell in love with this one when I saw it. I thought that it was really kind of different, all wrapped up like a little mummy. The mug is really a good size, and I'd like to have a seasonal mug, usually in the fall and at Christmas time, and I thought this would be perfect for my Halloween mug this year. I do have a soft spot for Rae Dunn canisters, especially her holiday ones, and this black canister is so perfect with all the little ghosts all around it. I plan on adding this to my regular canister set that I always have out in my kitchen. This will be the perfect addition to bring it into the season. On my shopping list today was to find a cozy blanket for my family room. I wanted something that had that deep pumpkin color in it mixed with cream and tan. I was of course looking for something plaid, but I found this one that I thought was just perfect. It has that super soft cozy yarn, and I thought that it was also very neutral in its coloring. This was going to be a blanket that I was just going to lay over the side or the middle of my sofa, and then I was going to add some pillows to it. Now, I really like my everyday pillows, and that color of like rust or burnt orange goes really well with the pillows that I already have, but I wanted to add a fall color to the mix, so I headed to the at-home store. Now, I don't know if you guys have an at-home store near you, but mine basically has every pillow in any color that you can possibly imagine. They have like 3 or 4 full aisles of nothing but pillows, and I was able to find the exact color that I was looking for. Now, the best part of these pillows is that they were only $5.99. I could not even buy a pillow cover for that price. I bought 3 of them in this beautiful burnt orange color that goes perfectly with the pillows I already have and my new cozy blanket. I had mentioned that I was looking for some type of container that I can use to add seasonal and holiday decor to my guest rooms. I wanted something to contain it so it was just like a touch of decor in each room. I had seen these bonbon canisters online, which are absolutely beautiful, clear, large canisters, but they are really a small fortune. I think they run anywhere from $100 for the largest to $80 for the smallest, and they were completely out of my budget. However, I was able to find dupes for these canisters at the at-home store. They come in 2 different sizes. The largest one is $24 and the smallest one is $19, which was much more in my price range. I think that they are really beautiful, and I'm going to use the largest canisters for seasonal and holiday decor in each of the guest rooms, so that when I have friends and family who come to stay, there's just a little touch of the season in the room without taking up too much space. Dollar Tree was my favorite place when I was teaching. They had the best priced decor for your classroom and really cute craft kits for the kids that you can find anywhere. I ran in really quickly just to see what they had, and I found a few things that I really loved. I picked up a couple of these pumpkin spice coffee cups. I thought they were just adorable. I'm definitely going to be using them in some of my tiered trays. They even had this cute pumpkin punch one that looked like it was in a jug. I really think that these are great for $1.25. You just can't go wrong. They have some really cute details to them. I also picked up this large mason jar. I'm not sure, I might DIY this into something else, but honestly, you know, it's pretty cute just as it is. It has like this little tin leaf on it with glitter, and the artwork was really cute. I also picked up a pumpkin season plaid mug sign that had whipped cream on the top and a little pumpkin. I thought this one was adorable as well and will go perfectly in a tiered tray. When I'm there, I always try to pick up some of these decorative shreds. This is the stuff that I use in all of my centerpieces. And then I picked up this little craft kit that you can make a scarecrow, a turkey, an owl. I thought this would be fun for when my little friends come over to visit. We always like to do a little craft with Mickey. So that was everything that I picked up on my shopping list today. I think I have everything that I'm going to need to start decorating for fall. We are going to start pulling out the boxes this weekend, and I'm going to start to decorate the house next week. I plan on bringing you guys all along with me as I do every room. I think it'll be fun to decorate along with you instead of just, seeing the finished product in the end. So be sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of the upcoming decorating videos. Today we are going to be making some chicken and corn chowder. This is a delicious and easy recipe. I'm going to be making it a little bit early today because we are supposed to get a huge storm later, and I'm always afraid that we're going to lose power. So I really like to have something on hand that we can eat really quick for dinner. So for this recipe, you are going to need a bunch of things. So of course you're going to be needing some chicken. I just have here about 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. I'm going to cook mine in the oven, and I'm going to season it really well with garlic powder and a little bit of ranch dressing, Mrs. Dash, a bunch of good things so that it is really flavorful for our soup. I have 2 packages here of frozen corn. I have 2 about like medium-sized russet potatoes. I have some celery, onion, a red bell pepper. I also have my big container of garlic here. For this recipe, you can use heavy cream. I always substitute heavy cream for fat-free half and half. You're also going to need, of course, some chicken broth. You'll also need a little bit of flour to make your roux, but we will get to that as we go through the recipe. So I'm just about ready to put my chicken in the oven. I have it seasoned really, really well. I have onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, a little bit of ranch dressing, Mrs. Dash, salt and pepper. And I always get asked why there's ice cubes in my roaster whenever I put meat in the oven. It is just something that my mom had always done. It saves you a little bit of fat. I know a lot of people like to put a little olive oil in there, and I just have always just tossed in some ice cubes. They melt a little slowly, and it helps to keep the meat moist. So I'm just going to cover this with some aluminum foil and get it in the oven. So I have been on a real soup kick lately, and I've been sharing a lot of soup recipes with you, but don't worry, I do have a full family night dinner video coming up real soon, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Soup always reminds me of the fall, and especially like this chowder recipe, it really does call for like some home-baked bread, or especially garlic bread would go perfectly with it. I have some olive oil and a couple tablespoons of butter in my pot, and I'm just going to add all of the veggies, and we are going to saute them until they are soft and translucent. So our veggies are just about perfect here. I added a big heaping teaspoon of minced garlic, and now I'm going to sprinkle with 1/3 cup of flour. And we are going to cook this a little while just to get rid of that flour flavor, and then we are going to add our chicken broth. And this is going to really add a nice thickness to our chowder. I added all of the chicken broth there. It's about 6 cups of chicken broth, probably a little bit more. And then I seasoned it with the same type of seasonings that I did the chicken. So that's like ranch, ranch mix, Mrs. Dash, garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper. And now that this is almost coming to a boil, I am going to go ahead and add our diced potato, and we are going to cook them until they are fork tender. So my potatoes are pretty much cooked through, and you can see how much thicker our broth is here. So we are going to add in our bags of corn, our frozen corn, and this will reduce the temperature of the broth a little bit so that we can add in our half and half. We're just going to stir those in. And then we are going to add in our half and half, or if you want to use heavy cream, you can use heavy cream. So we're going to let this simmer just a little bit. I'm going to keep it on about medium, and then I'm going to get our chicken out of the oven, shred it up, and then we will add it in. So I'm adding our shredded chicken into our chowder. I'm also going to be adding the pan drippings into our chowder as well to give it a little bit more flavor. And then we are going to re-season. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh parsley, and then our chowder is all done. So how beautiful is this soup? It is so good. You can add a lot of things to it if you like. I like to top it with some fresh parsley and some crispy bacon. You can also add a little sprinkling of some cheddar cheese if you wanted to. The addition of heavy cream will give you a little bit more of a creamier result. I like to use half and half because I think it's a little easier on my tummy and it saves us a few calories. Either way, this soup is so delicious. I like to serve it with a side salad and some crusty bread, and it's perfect for any night of the year. So that's going to do it for me today. Thank you all so much for watching today's Fall on the Daily video. Be sure to check the description box down below for the details to the recipe I shared and for any links that I mentioned in today's video. Join our communities over on Facebook and Instagram at My Bashful Life, and please don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to have you all back as part of our YouTube family. So until I see you in that next video, I hope that you love the life that you have. Be kind to each other, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.